صبغة الله ومن أحسن من الله صبغة ونحن له عابدون.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my dear children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al Mannan. Man is the next level after Ihsan. Do you remember the last name of Allah that we learned about? It was Al Muhsin, the one who does Ihsan. Today we will learn the name of Allah, which is Al Mannan. Al Mannan is the one who does man, and he does a lot of man. Man is a huge, great, excellent favor that can never be returned. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Mannan. He is the only one who can answer your du'as and the only one who gives sustenance and knowledge to whom He wills. Al-Mannan, the beneficent bestower of bounties, the one who is very bountiful. He most graciously bestows His favors, provisions, and blessings upon His creation, even though they may be ungrateful. The benefactor, the generous one, who is kind and who gives generously from His bounty. His generosity is overwhelming with compassion and kindness. Al-Mannan means to bestow a favor, to benefit someone, to be bountiful, and to be reasonable. Once Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw a man making dua. He was saying, Allahumma inni as'aluka bi anna lakal hamd, la ilaha illa anta al-mannan, badi'u as-samawati wal-ard, ya dhal jalali wal-ikram, ya hayyu ya qayyum. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam heard him make this dua, he said, this man has called upon Allah by His greatest name, by which He will answer when He is called upon, and He will give when He is asked. The dua means, O Allah, I ask you by virtue of all praise belonging to you. There is no God but you, the beneficent, the originator of the heavens and the earth, the majestic, the generous, O living, O sustainer. Al-Mannan gives man. It's a heavy favor. It's a favor that is offered from a high rank. It's a favor that cannot be returned. The receiver is truly in debt. Mannan is also through speech, when one reminds the other of the favors done to them, in order to make them feel obliged. This is something which is not allowed for human beings. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do man on us. Once there was a scholar, he heard one man tell another one that I have done this and that for you. So the scholar said, keep quiet. There is no goodness in doing good to others if you keep telling them about it. There are some people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be angry with on the day of judgment. And of those people is a person who keeps telling others, I have done this and that for you, I've done this for you, and I've done that for you. If a person does that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not look at them on the day of judgment. He will not forgive them. He will not purify them of their sins. He will not look at them, and He will not talk to them on the day of judgment. Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, O you who have believed, do not invalidate your charities with reminders or injury as one who spends his wealth only to be seen by the people and does not believe in Allah and the last day. His example is like that of a large smooth stone upon which is dust and is hit by a downpour that leaves it bare. They are unable to keep anything of that which they earned, and Allah does not guide the disbelieving people. What this means is that they will not be getting any reward of their charity if they keep telling people about the favors they have done. So once you have done a good deed to someone, once you have given someone charity, you should not remind them about it. You should not make them feel bad about it. And you must never show off. Only Allah deserves that He should remind us of His favors. It is important for us to remember the favors that Allah has done for us, so that we remember that all the good that we have is from Him, so that we are thankful to Him, so that we obey Him, and so that we worship Him in the best way possible. It is, after all, for our own good that Allah reminds us of the favors that He has done. So, when Allah is Al Mannan, what should we do? We should acknowledge His favors and express our gratitude. Allah Ta'ala has blessed us through people, then we should thank them and be grateful. Remember, we can never thank Allah enough. Never remind people of the favors that you did to them. Remember that Allah will not look at that person who does that, and Allah Ta'ala will not speak to them, and He will be angry with them. So never show off your good deeds and never ask for anything in return of your good deeds. And don't feel that you're doing any favor to Allah or that you deserve anything because you're doing something good. You should always stay humble. Remember, one of the greatest favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, greatest man that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done for us is that He sent us Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, who recited to us the Quran, and He taught us Sunnah and the wisdom and showed us the best of manners.
كما أرسلنا فيكم رسولا منكم يتلو عليكم آياتنا ويزكيكم ويعلمكم الكتاب والحكمة ويعلمكم ما لم تكونوا تعلمون